So when I first started this video blog, I said that we should have rules. And some of the rules were just to get the video, smoother and less boring to watch. And then some of the rules were a little more concrete, like we should have videos less than 4 minutes. And Jesse already broke that rule. But it's the first week, doesn't matter, we can deal with that later. And I think part of the reason that we're dealing with this later is because we don't have any consequences for the rules at all. We can't have rules without saying, oh, this is what happens when you break the rules. Then they wouldn't be rules, they'd just be suggestions, like have good editing. We have to have something that happens when someone breaks our rules. And I don't really want to think of it as a punishment or a consequence. It's just, what happens when you break the rules. So I don't know what we're going to do about this punishment-esque thing, but if anyone else has suggestions, then you should probably say them in your videos. And now on to something different. Beatrice proposed on Monday that we answer the question, what is your most irrational childhood fear? And I have a few. They're not really that irrational, but they were pretty prominent childhood fears. The first one was that I was completely afraid of anyone stealing anything from me, like being robbed or something. And the irrational part wasn't that I was afraid of being robbed, it's just that my priorities for what they might have robbed was a little skewed. Because the thing I most feared getting stolen from me by robbers was Pokemon on Game Boy, and my stuffed animals, and maybe Zach's stuffed animals. I think the thing was with the Pokemon is that I was afraid that when someone would steal it, they'd be stealing all my memories and love for the games. They'd be stealing the excitement I felt when my Totodile evolved into a Croconaw. They'd be stealing the joy of finally catching that 26th unknown. They'd be stealing the hours that I spent trying to get through that little cave with the ice and the rocks and the it actually took me like 2 months to get past that part. And then I realized, once my Pokemon Gold version actually was stolen, that I kind of kept all those memories, and though I haven't had Pokemon Gold for 5 years-ish, it's still basically the greatest game ever created. And then my other irrational childhood fear was the substitute bus driver. My regular bus driver was fine, she was nice enough, she wasn't ever really freaking out or yelling or anything. She wasn't lay down the law about quiet and no talking. She was totally fine. But every once in a while, we'd have this old, 90-year-old guy. I'm driving the bus and you better get out of the bus before That was how I saw him. Because he'd drive by my house and I'd be like, excuse me, that was my house. Because that's what my voice sounded like when I was a child. And he was like, you didn't get up, I'm driving the bus, you're gonna have to wait till I turn around. And then I'd have to sit on the bus for an extra 45 minutes. And after everyone else had gotten off the bus, he'd be on his return trip, and I was the only person in that bus. So when I got home, I was really terribly afraid that this guy would come in the night and seek me out and steal my Pokemon Gold or something. But that never happened, and it turned out some jerk in 6th grade stole Pokemon, but whatever. One more thing adding to the whole rules category of this video. Jessie told me that after she watched my video and I said the word epic after my epic guitar solo. It's so good! Which was epic. She said that when she was editing her video, she was going to use the word epic, and then I had already used the word epic, and we decided that the word epic is overused on the internet. So another rule to add to our set of rules is no use of the word epic. So Shelby will be tomorrow, and if you didn't like this video at all, at least hopefully my hair is a redeeming factor, and you'll come back and see me next Friday for that. Bye.